Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to finish up on the joists and the utility risers. As you can see, I've already been working today. I probably have about 4 hours into this already. What I did was try to get this deck down as far as I can. There's some issues with that. My 2x6s on the original building there are 5 1/4 inches, and a lot of these are 5 3/4, so they're a 1/2 inch difference. There's no way that you're going to go in there and rip all these down to the same width, so we're just going to have to deal with that as we go. You could see the floors aren't going to match up, so a bit later I'll probably have to add something to the floor in there to get the two floors on the same level, but we'll pay that no never mind for right now. What I've been spending most of the time on is getting the rest of the foam in here. I had to do a bit of ditch digging. My pipe ends right about there. I'm going to have to open up the end of that. I have to clean all that stuff out of this ditch here, get the riser pipes in. There's 2 riser pipes that got to go in there. And then we have 3 rim joists that have to go in, all of the hurricane brackets, and what else? There's still a good deal of work to be done. With any luck, I'll be able to get it done today, but like I said, I've been working on this for 4 hours, and this is how far I got. So, while I'm waiting for this to dry, I just put this foam on. Oh, it's fairly dry. I want to get these last pieces on. I decided to add another layer of insulation around this part right here where it comes up out of the ground. This is where it's the most vulnerable, this spot right between here and the underside of the building. Up here, this is all going to be enclosed in insulation, and the heat from the building will be able to go down right here. So that's not much of a danger. The area right here where it's exposed to the weather is in the most danger, so I'm going to get an extra layer on that. That'll bring it up to R20, which should be plenty, but we'll see. We have the temperature gauge here. So let me get that done, then we got to backfill this and do some digging and put some wood on this. I also gotta put blocking in between the joists here. So yeah, I might not be able to get all this done today, but between today and tomorrow I should have this ready to go. The plywood for the deck, I had to special order that, so that's going to take a few days to get into the store anyways, so I got a couple days to get this done. Alright, let's start with this insulation here. I got it all cut. I just got to get rid of some of that foam down there and glue it in place. Okay, I haven't been able to record that much because of the wind. It goes from almost 0 to like 20 miles an hour, just like that. It is really breezy. I have my 3 pipes in for the electrical. This is for the main. It goes down to that elbow, that long sweep elbow, and then the cable itself is just going to be buried directly in the ground. This goes over to the sub panel, and we got our ground here, which I did film. That goes over to this ground rod here, and then under the foam to that ground rod that's way on the other side of the foam there. All I have left to do today is fasten this last joist in place, and I'm going to take this dirt right here and cover up all this foam, fill that hole there, fill that hole over there, and just generally kind of tidy up. I should be able to film that, but I'll probably have to do it in time lapse because we still got quite the breeze here. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for today. I got quite a bit done, not as much as I wanted to because I was messing with other things. I pulled this end down, that's why these are dug out. I dug that out, got a clamp on there, pulled it down, and temporarily screwed it in place. I showed you the difference in the board height. These boards are only 5 1/4, and these are either 5 5/8 or 5 3/4, and we can't pull that all the way down because it's resting on the frame right there. It is what it is. We'll match up the floors in whatever way we need to. Got all of that foam covered, got the gray water covered, and we got all 3 of the electric risers in place. Got the wire coming up for the sub panel, got the ground in. Pretty good progress today, but still a good deal more to do. I didn't get this in place because I would have had to pull out the compressor and the gun and all that stuff, and I'll be using that first thing to put the rim joist on tomorrow, so I'll just wait for that. So I got to put the rim joist on, put that joist on, put blocking in the middle, fasten this to the building, and put all of the hurricane straps in. Hopefully I can get that done tomorrow. Then I have to put hardware cloth on the underside of all of these and put insulation in here, but I have to wait until I have the deck plywood on hand. I had to special order it. I'm going to need that on hand before I do that. It doesn't really matter if the insulation gets wet. It's exterior insulation, but I would rather it not get wet. So we'll wait until we have that plywood on hand, then put the insulation in, put the plywood down, and at that point we can start building the frame. So if you want to see any of that, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.